Why are the Vancouver Canucks acting like a team desperate to complete a jigsaw puzzle when they should be celebrating one of their most promising seasons in years? The answer lies in a glaring hole in their forward depth that general manager Patrik Allvin is scrambling to fill before training camp arrives. What started as roster fine-tuning has evolved into an urgent quest for the perfect six forward, a player who could be the difference between another early playoff exit and a legitimate Stanley Cup run. The Canucks find themselves in the enviable yet precarious position of having a competitive roster that's just one piece away from being truly dangerous. After trading Dakota Joshua to the Toronto Maple Leafs and freeing up $3.25 million in salary cap space for the 2025-26 season, Vancouver suddenly has the financial flexibility to make a meaningful addition. But here's the kicker. They're running out of time and options in a free agent market that's drying up faster than a puddle in the desert. NHL insider Rick Dhaliwal has confirmed that the Canucks remain in active discussions with unrestricted free agent Jack Roslovic, while David Pagnotta revealed the team's broader ambitions. They want to do more. They still want to add a top six player. This isn't just about filling a roster spot, it's about adding the kind of player who can elevate their entire forward group when it matters most. The Roslovic factor, career best performance meets contract reality. Jack Roslovic represents exactly the type of player Vancouver needs to take their offense to the next level. Coming off a career best scoring season, the 27-year-old forward has proven he can produce at a high level while providing the versatility that modern NHL teams crave. Last season's performance showcased everything the Canucks could want in a top six addition. Roslovic's ability to play both center and wing gives head coach Rick Tocchet the flexibility to deploy him wherever the lineup needs strengthening. His speed and skill set would complement Vancouver's existing core beautifully, potentially forming dangerous combinations with players like Elias Pettersson or JT Miller. The timing of Roslovic's availability couldn't be better for Vancouver. As teams across the league lock up their rosters, quality forwards like Roslovic become increasingly rare commodities. His combination of age, experience, and upside makes him one of the most attractive remaining free agents, assuming the price is right. However, therein lies the challenge. Career-best seasons typically lead to career-best contract demands, and Roslovic's representatives likely want to capitalize on his breakout performance. The Canucks must balance their desire for impact with their salary cap constraints, especially considering their future financial commitments to core players. The negotiations reveal Vancouver's delicate position. They desperately want to add quality, but they can't overpay for it. Roslovic represents their ideal target, but only if the terms make sense for both the immediate season and long-term roster construction. The Dakota Joshua domino effect, creating opportunity through the Dakota Joshua trade to Toronto, created the financial flexibility that's driving Vancouver's current free agent pursuit, but it also revealed a philosophical shift in how the organization views roster construction. Trading away a physical, reliable bottom six forward signaled that the Canucks prioritize skill and offensive production over traditional playoff-style grinding. Joshua's departure leaves more than just a salary cap opening. It creates a stylistic void that needs addressing. His combination of size, physicality, and surprising offensive touch made him valuable in multiple situations. Replacing that skill set isn't as simple as finding another forward. It requires someone who can match his versatility while potentially offering more offensive upside. The $3.25 million in freed cap space provides significant negotiating power in the current market. Most quality free agents remaining are looking for contracts in that exact range, giving Vancouver realistic options for meaningful roster upgrades. The challenge lies in identifying which available player provides the best combination of immediate impact and future value. This trade also demonstrates Vancouver's confidence in their current trajectory. Trading away a known commodity for future flexibility suggests they believe their core is strong enough to absorb the loss while benefiting from whatever addition they eventually make. Budget-conscious alternatives. The Luke Kunin option, while Roslovic represents Vancouver's preferred target, the reality of salary cap management means they must consider more affordable alternatives. Luke Kunin emerges as a particularly intriguing option that could provide significant value relative to his expected contract demands. The former first-round pick brings legitimate NHL pedigree despite his recent struggles. His 434 career games across multiple organizations demonstrate durability and adaptability, qualities that playoff teams value enormously. While his recent production has been inconsistent, his underlying skill set suggests potential for a bounce-back season in the right situation. Kunin's versatility makes him appealing for a Canucks team that values positional flexibility. His ability to play multiple forward positions would give Tocchet additional lineup options throughout the season, particularly during injury situations or when matchup considerations become crucial. The financial aspect makes Kunin especially attractive. Projected to sign for slightly above $1 million on a one-year deal, he represents the type of low-risk, potentially high-reward addition that smart organizations pursue. If he recaptures his previous form, Vancouver gets tremendous value. If he doesn't, the financial commitment remains minimal. His age, 27, puts him in the perfect sweet spot for a team with championship aspirations. He's experienced enough to contribute immediately while still young enough to potentially have several productive seasons remaining. The tactical puzzle. Where does the new addition fit? Vancouver's search for a top-six forward raises fascinating questions about how any new addition would integrate into their existing lineup structure. The team's core offensive players are well-established, meaning the new player must complement rather than disrupt existing chemistry. Roslovic's center-wing versatility provides the most intriguing possibilities. He could slot into the second-line center role, allowing JT Miller to move back to wing, where many believe he's most effective. Alternatively, he could fill a top-six wing position while providing center depth for special situations or injury coverage. The timing of any addition also matters enormously. Players signed this late in the offseason have minimal time to develop chemistry with new teammates before meaningful games begin. Vancouver's coaching staff would need to identify the optimal role quickly while allowing time for natural line combinations to develop. Special teams considerations add another layer of complexity. Vancouver's power play and penalty kill units are already established, but adding a skilled forward could create opportunities for different personnel groupings or tactical approaches. Market dynamics. The shrinking free agent pool, the Canucks' urgency stems from rapidly changing market conditions that make quality free agents increasingly scarce. As training camps approach, the pool of available players shrinks dramatically, often leaving teams choosing between overpaying for remaining options or entering the season with roster questions. This scarcity gives remaining free agents increased leverage in contract negotiations. Players like Roslovic understand that desperate teams might be willing to overpay for their services, creating a challenging dynamic for salary cap-conscious organizations like Vancouver. The trade market presents alternative options, but midsummer trades typically require significant overpayment in assets. Teams holding quality forwards rarely make them available without demanding premium returns, often making free agency the more cost-effective route despite inflated contract demands. Vancouver's position in these negotiations reflects broader league trends. Successful teams increasingly find themselves competing not just on the ice, but in the free agent market, where financial resources and organizational appeal can determine roster construction success. Organizational philosophy. Building for sustained success, the Canucks' approach to this free agent pursuit reveals important insights about their organizational philosophy and championship timeline. Their willingness to spend significant resources on a single addition suggests they view their current roster as genuinely competitive rather than developmental. This represents a dramatic shift from Vancouver's recent past, when organizational focus centered on youth development and long-term building. The current urgency indicates belief that their competitive window is open now, requiring immediate rather than future-focused decision-making. The balance between immediate impact and long-term consequences remains delicate. Any significant addition must contribute to this season's success while avoiding contracts that could hamstring future roster flexibility. Vancouver's front office must evaluate not just 2025 performance, but how any signing affects their ability to retain core players. The deadline pressure. Time running out as training camps approach, Vancouver faces increasing pressure to complete their roster construction. The best free agents won't remain available indefinitely, and delay could mean settling for lesser alternatives or entering the season with acknowledged weaknesses. The psychological impact on the existing roster also matters. Players want to feel that ownership and management are committed to winning, and meaningful additions signal organizational ambition. Conversely, failing to address obvious needs could create doubt about the team's championship commitment. Rick Tocchet's coaching staff must also prepare for multiple scenarios. They need systems and line combinations ready regardless of whether a significant addition materializes, while remaining flexible enough to integrate new talent if acquisitions occur. The verdict: a defining moment for Vancouver's ambitions. Vancouver's free agent pursuit represents more than roster completion. It's a statement about their championship ambitions and organizational philosophy. The outcome will significantly impact both their immediate competitive prospects and long-term trajectory. Success in landing a player like Roslovic would signal that Vancouver has truly transitioned from rebuilding to contending. It would provide the depth and skill necessary for sustained playoff success while demonstrating ownership's commitment to maximizing their current window. Failure, however, could leave them perpetually one piece short of their potential. In a competitive Pacific Division, that single missing element could be the difference between playoff success and another disappointing early exit. The coming weeks will determine whether Vancouver's patient approach yields the perfect addition or whether they'll need to adjust expectations for the upcoming season. Either way, their pursuit of that final piece reflects a franchise finally believing in its ability to compete for championships. This whole situation has me wondering, should teams like Vancouver be more aggressive in pursuing their ideal targets, even if it means overpaying, or is patience and budget discipline more important for long-term success? Do you think Roslovic is worth whatever premium he's demanding, or should the Canucks pivot to someone like Kunin who offers better value? The free agent market dynamics are fascinating this year, and Vancouver's decisions could set the tone for how they're viewed as a destination for future stars. Drop your thoughts on whether the Canucks should go all in on their current window or stay conservative with their cap space, and smash that like button if you're as intrigued as I am by these late summer roster chess moves that could define entire seasons.